In the past, I've taken some pot shots at the bozos trying to peddle their junk cards on Facebook Marketplace and on eBay, and I'd regularly skewer unreasonable dealers in my highs and lows series. But some recent searching on COMC made me realize it's really no different there either. So here's my top 10 hilarious COMC prices to accompany their hilarious shipping times. I'm going to leave Wander Franco off this list, but just to dip your toes into the COMC insanity, know that there are nearly 2,600 Wander Franco cards currently for sale on COMC, most of which are going for idiotic money, including a First Bowman rookie auto for more than $3,300. Eventually, all these sellers will just accept that his market has collapsed, what with all the sexual abuse of children and all, right? So setting Wander Franco stands aside, here's a list of the top 10 hilarious prices on COMC. On a whole, I've always found COMC overpriced. Case in point, at number 10 on the countdown, this 1957 Topps Willie Mays. This is a fairly liquid card, highly in demand, with gazillion sales data points. If you want an ungraded card in unremarkable condition, you can snag it on eBay or at a show easily for under $100. One recently sold in a Greg Morris auction for $55. So why is this guy asking $202.39 for this card? It's obviously low grade, a generous 2 at best, probably a 1.5. For $100, he sells this. For $202.39, plus 3 months' weight of shipping, this will sit there indefinitely and annoy the rest of us. You might think that a lot of COMC's overpriced nonsense is rookie autos, and you'd be right. A great example, at number 9 on the countdown, is this 2013 Bowman Draft Chrome Auto of Austin Meadows. It's a BGS Pristine 10, but I really don't think that matters. Meadows came up with the Pirates, became an all-star in 2019 with the Rays, and then just kinda fell apart. He battled some mental health issues that ultimately caused him to step away from the game. He hasn't officially retired, but he didn't play in 2024 and doesn't have a contract or a spring training invite for 2025, so it looks like he's done. So what does a Bowman Draft Auto cost for a 6-year veteran player who had one good year? 1,020 of your American dollars. This isn't a one of one, and you can easily find this card in other places for about $15. The BGS slab is doing a lot of the heavy lifting here, and it seems a bit too heavy, if you ask me. Do you collect broadcaster cards? Do you know who this is? Me neither. At number 8 on the countdown is a 2023 Allen and Ginter insert of Mandy Bell, a beat reporter for the Cleveland Guardians. I don't mind that this card exists, and I bet a few Guardians fans out there probably appreciate what Miss Bell brings to their fandom. But does that make this card worth the $1,086.17 that the seller is asking? I think not. And somewhere out there, Mandy weeps. Speaking of overpriced, ungraded cards you can find elsewhere, 7th in the countdown, how about this 2011 Diamond Sparkle Roy Halladay? Don't confuse this with the Diamond Anniversary Sparkle card. Totally different card. See that little sparkle on the ball? It's an image variation. This card, ungraded, will cost you about $300 on eBay, which is still about 10 times what I think you should pay for it. On COMC, how about $2,229.99? It wouldn't be worth that if it was autographed and in a PSA 10 holder. It wouldn't be worth that if Roy Halladay came back from the dead and hand-delivered it to your house and cooked you dinner while he was there. I wonder who this guy thinks the market for this card is. Perhaps even funnier is that other sellers on COMC have this card in the $335 range. The 1990 Topps Frank Thomas No Name on Front can get pricey. A PSA 10 sold for more than $170,000 a while back. Well, this card, the 6th on the countdown, has the name. And it isn't even a 1990 card. It's a reprint in a CGC holder. An original 1990 rookie in a PSA 10 at best goes for about $300. A reprint in a CGC holder? How about $3,329.87? That's about $3,329.82 more than it's worth. COMC should step in and take listings like this down. This is just bait in hopes that some poor schmuck will buy this by mistake. There's at least a small part of me that understands the hype of a prospect and the desire to get in early on a card that could be worth millions one day. But in the case of the fifth card on the countdown, this 2013 Clint Frazier Panini Elite Extra Rookie Auto, the prospect has already become a veteran. And the veteran has already retired. A career .235 hitter over just a handful of seasons with the Yankees, Cubs, and White Sox, this guy retired in 2023 after he wasn't good enough to make the 2024 White Sox roster. And also, this card is unlicensed crap. Taking all this into consideration, it seems a bit much for the seller to be asking $3,881.09 for it. And there it sits, insisting on itself. Babe Ruth's cards can command big money, 7 figures in a lot of cases. But at number 4 on the countdown, this 2019 Babe Ruth Topps Archives Blue Parallel isn't one of them. This is a 2019 card using the design from 1993 of a player from 1927. That it is a blue parallel is beside the point here. That it's numbered to 25 is also irrelevant, and that it's in an HGA Mint 9 slab is funny, but pointless. Just because it has a picture of Babe Ruth on it doesn't make it big money, and $3,941.88 is big money for a modern reprint. For that money, you could have a 33 Gaudy, which is the prudent financial choice if you want a card of the Bambino. I entered another parallel universe for number 3 on the list where I found this 2019 First Bowman Brett Beatty Red Refractor Auto. Brett who? Brett Beatty. Not many people outside of Mets circles have ever heard of this guy, a once highly touted prospect, but really aren't they all? Beatty made his debut in 2022, and he hit a home run in his first big league at-bat, and then he needed thumb surgery. He got another call-up in 2023, but failed to really blossom. Same in 2024. In more than 600 big league at-bats, he's a career .215 hitter, and at best, an average third baseman. It seems like he missed his shot. But this seller still thinks $4,979.99 is a reasonable price for the baseball card of a career .215 hitter who can't stay in the show. This next card comes right after my Phillies collecting heart and then smashes it into a million pieces. The runner-up on this list is this 1963 Jell-O box bottom of Tony Gonzalez, number 181. The Jell-Os are slightly smaller than their post-serial card counterparts, but are otherwise identical. Some of the Jell-O cards are rare because they were put on flavors that nobody wanted, like lemon. But even the rare ones sell for $50 or so. There is a 1963 Jell-O Tony Gonzalez on eBay right now for $100. Over on COMC, the same hand-cut card from a Jell-O box will cost you $5,499.48. For that money, I'll eat all the lemon Jell-O in the world. But the absolute worst baseball card deal on COMC right now is without doubt this 2022 Topps Heritage High Number Jose Altuve Real One Autographs, Special Edition, Red Ink, number 41 of 73. I'll set aside the fact that this guy is a cheater and should be Joe Jacksoned for his role in the 2017 Astros cheating scandal, ignoring the fact that he's a lying, cheating, comically short pile of baseball crap. His autos regularly sell in the $80 to $100 range, and cheaper in a lot of cases. That includes inserts and numbered parallels. This card has red ink, though, and that seller thinks red ink is worth $104,210.10. A ridiculous ask for a ridiculous card. Thanks for watching. COMC is fun to explore for baseball card stories, legends, and more.